Hi everyone, in today's video I'm filming for you all my January TBR, and for this month I've decided I'm not going to play One Piece Pick a Book. Instead I've chosen a list of 20 books which I've put into my TBR jar, and I'm just going to randomly select 5 to 6 books. I'm not really sure what amount yet of how many books I would like to read, and I will show you the books I've chosen because I've put them all here for you all. So I'm going to go through them quickly. I don't know what the best way to do this is, but I might just show you the covers. So I've got The Scarlet Alchemist, The Forest Grimm, These Hollow Vows, Foxglove. Oh, and I've just realised I haven't been saying the author names, but that doesn't really matter because you can read them, hopefully. Force Bonds, Fourth Wing, Spark of the Everflame, House of Bane and Blood, Gilded, Under the Oak Tree, Blood and Steel, Haven, oh, come on, A Curious Beginning. Oh, these cannot move up here for the moment. Defend the Dawn, Lady of Darkness, Holding the Reins, Lever and Lark, Terms and Conditions, The Dead Romantics, Done and Dusted, A Court This Cruel and Lovely, and then finally A Shadow in the Ember by Jennifer L. Armentrout. I love how she's the only one who I said the author name for. Oh, that bugs me. Sorry, I'll just fix this and then we can get into the video. So they are the stacks that I've chosen to put into my TBR jar, and I've got some books which I'm more excited for than others. There's some which have been on my 2025's TBRs, like These Books Will Self-Explode, for example. These Hollow Vows is one of them. Then I've also got like my priority reads, which is my 25 books that I want to read in 2025, which included the likes of, I think The Scarlet Alchemist was one of them probably, or maybe Foxglove was one of them. So yeah, as I said, I've chosen a stack of 20 books, and I'm not going to go into much more detail about them because otherwise I'd be here forever. So I think now what I want to do is I just want to see what my first book is going to be. So I'm going to give these a shuffle because I popped them all in as I was writing them and I didn't really shuffle them. So it's like, I don't know what there is because there's just so many, and it's like kind of nearly overflowing. Like I couldn't have fitted any more books in, which I would have wanted to. So let's just, I don't know if I should go from the bottom or the top, but I might go from the top and, oh no, let's just choose one. Okay, this is the first book. Oh, I'm nervous. I'm actually so nervous. I don't know why when books are randomly selected for me, I always get so nervous. Oh, let's see. Let's see. Oh, yes. I am so happy. So the first book that was chosen for me, if you can all see, was Blood and Steel by Helen Schurer. Let me grab it for you. Okay, so this is the first book. I'm so excited. Like, I am so unbelievably excited for this book. I have just heard so many things about this series. I think it's called the Legends of Fesmar series. I've heard so many rave reviews about it. I haven't heard anyone like negatively review this book or like say they don't like it, so I've got lots of high hopes. I don't really know anything about this book at all. Like, I literally know nothing about it. I don't know anything to do with the plot. I don't know if we're following Fae, if we're just following normal people, what type of world this is. Let's see, what does it say? No, I was about to read you guys all the synopsis of this book, but I've decided that I really would just prefer to go into this book completely blind and then see what it's about. And like, if I love it, that will be amazing, but if I don't, that's fine. But I feel like I will love this. So I'm so happy that this is the first book on my list because this is definitely one of the books I'm more excited for. Like, I'm so happy. I cannot wait to find out what this book is about because it just is incredible. Well, I don't know if it's incredible. But another positive about this book is I'm going to England at the end of January till the end of Feb. So it's like having a book which is an indie published book, I know I'll be able to get on Kindle Unlimited, so that way I'm able to alternate with what method I read. Like sometimes I might pick up the physical book and then other times I might pick up the Kindle. But if I don't manage to read this book by the time I go to England, I can easily get the Kindle version, which is always a plus. So I'm so excited that this was the first pick. Like, it was an incredible first pick. So now let's go into the second pull. Let's see. Should I look? And no, I don't want to look. I almost looked. You know what? I'm going to go to the bottom this time. Oh, yeah, we'll go with this one. Oh, let's see. I'll show you guys first this time. If I can open them, that would be fantastic. Okay. Oh, can you read that? Wait, what? Yes! This is going so well for me. Sorry, I didn't say what it is. This is A Shadow in the Ember. Hopefully you can read that. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. So, A Shadow in the Ember by Jennifer L. Armentrout is the next book that was chosen for me. And I have actually read this book before, loved it. I think I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars. I read it maybe a year or two ago. It was incredible. I adore it. But it's been a long time since I've read the second book. And since I've read the first 2 books, the third and fourth book has come out. So this is a perfect pick for this month because I can read it on my Kindle, which is the same as Blood and Steel, which makes me so happy. I love Jennifer L. Armentrout's world, and I'm so thankful that I'm able to just binge read this series, which I know I'll want to do because I've now got all 4 books in the series, so I literally don't have to wait, which is absolutely and utterly incredible because I just adore Jennifer L. Armentrout's fantasy romance series so much. Like, this is one of my favourite books of all time. Like, I love it so much. I think I prefer this book series to the From Blood and Ash series, which you can see there. But I can't believe it. I actually cannot believe that this is my second read. I feel so blessed. I feel so unbelievably lucky because normally when I do these challenges, I have no luck at all. I get books which I'm really dreading reading, but so far, like 2 fantasy romances, which is all I'm in the mood for at the moment, just makes me so happy. So yeah, I can't believe it. A Shadow in the Ember will be my next read. Okay, let's now choose the third book. Oh, now will this be a dud pull or will this be a good one? It's so hard to get one from the bottom. Let me try and... I've gone. Oh, look. Okay, we're going to go with this one because that's the one my hand is on. So let me open it up. I get so confused trying to open it up. So what is this? I feel so lucky. So I don't think you can read it. There we go. You might be able to read that. So this is Under the Oak Tree by Suji Kim. I cannot wait to read this book. Similar to Blood and Steel, I don't know anything about this book, but I actually think I might have read the webtoon before in the past. I'm not really certain. But this is the physical copy, and this is one of the books I was gifted for my birthday, which I'm so happy for because I just think this edition is absolutely beautiful, and like the artwork on the front cover is one of my favourite things ever. I just think the character, whoever drew this picture, is so talented. Like, I wish I could do that. Like, it's just so pretty, and like the detail with the background, I just cannot wait to pick this book up. I've already said, don't know anything about the plot. I'm not going to read you guys the synopsis because I'm very much the type of reader who all I need to know is that there's lots of hype around a book or the cover speaks to me. Like, this book, I literally know nothing about it, but this cover was just so beautiful that I knew I needed it in my collection because it's just so beautiful. Like, look at it. I'm obsessed. And this is volume 1, so I don't actually know how many books there's going to be in this series or what the deal is, but I'm super excited because if this is the webtoon I'm thinking about, I feel like I'm going to love this book. Like, I should love it. And then on the sprayed edges and the stenciled edges, whatever it's called, it says, "The first moment I saw you, I knew you would ruin me." Like, I can't wait. And I think I was trying to say, I'm not going to read you guys the synopsis because I don't want to spoil myself, because I'm very much the type of reader who likes to go into my books blind, and all I need to know is that there's lots of hype around the book or the cover's beautiful, and in this case the cover's beautiful. Like, this is very much a cover buy. because if it didn't have this cover on, I don't think I would have wanted it as badly as I did, because this is the only book that I got for my birthday that I haven't read yet. And I'm so glad that I received this book and then I'm reading it like so soon after being gifted it. Like, I'm so thankful that this is the third book that was chosen. Okay, so that wasn't a dud pick. I'm like, why am I being so lucky this month? So let's go for my fourth. I've kept good shuffling, so I'm going to go for... Let's just go for one on the top. So I've gone for this one. I don't know what this is. Oh, it was two. This is the one I was going for, so I'm going to go for this one. Oh, let's see. Let's see what you'll be. I feel like I'm so dudded. Here we go. Oh, can you read that? Okay, I don't know what this says, but let's have a look. The Forest Grim by Catherine Prudy. So this is the first book I've had on this TBR, which I'm not the most excited for. Like, I am excited for it. Let me grab it. So this is one of the books that is in my These Books Will Self-Explode in 12 months time. All I know about this book is that it's a Little Red Riding Hood retelling. I think I got it in a Fairy Loot box. Let me double check. I don't know how I can tell if it's from Fairy Loot. Oh yeah, so this is a Fairy Loot book, which I ended up cancelling my subscription because I never read this series, but I think this might be a standalone. Well, I'm hoping at least it's a standalone, because I just need more standalones in my life, because this is one of the books and These Books Will Self-Explode in 12 months time that I was super excited for. Oh, I don't know if I called that video These Books Will Self-Destruct in 12 months time. Either. The concept was, if I don't read it within 12 months, they will be getting unhauled, and this is one of the books on that list. So reading it in January makes me so happy, because it means I'm not getting behind on that challenge which I've decided to undertake. Like, so I'm so glad that it's one of the books that is chosen for me, but it's definitely not one of the books that I was like super hyped to read. And as I said, I think this is a Little Red Riding Hood retelling, which is one of my favourite stories of all time. Like, I love that plotline so much. So I'm hoping that this is a really good novel. And it just seems like it's going to be a fun time. I really don't have much else to say about this, so I'm now just going to go into my next pick. So let's see. So I think I'm going to choose from the bottom, because I think I have more luck, like, actually trying to... Oh, should I go for that one? I kind of want to go for this one, actually. Okay, this can be my fifth pick. I'm just having so much fun with this. Okay, I might actually look at this. Okay. Good, but not good. Let me show you guys. Where is it? So, did I show you the... So, it's Defend the Dawn by Bridget Kemmerer. Yeah, I didn't show you guys the post-it note, but I'll grab Defend the Dawn. Yeah, Defend the Dawn by Bridget Kemmerer. I read Defy the Night a year or two ago. 5 out of 5 stars. Absolutely adored it. But this book wasn't out then, and I'm a bit worried going into this book, which is why I haven't picked it up in so long, that I'm not going to love the sequel as much as I love Defy the Night. Like, that first book was a 5 out of 5 stars. It was incredible. I loved every moment of it. So I'm super excited to dive into this book with how much I love the first book, but I'm so hesitant. But I am so thankful that this book was picked for me. I would have been thankful with any of these books now that I think about it, but especially with this one, because I've got the completed series on my shelf, so it's easy for me to binge read this series if that's something I want to do. And I love the main characters in this world. I love the side characters. Just everything about that first book was so much fun. And I can't tell you guys the synopsis because I have the worst memory. I'm like a goldfish. I read a book, give me a month or two, and I forget it. And it's not because I'm racing through it or anything. It's literally just because my memory is that shocking. But Defend the Dawn is the second book, and I've already got the third book on my like physical TBR. So it's kind of good that this book was chosen because it's a series continuation. It's not me starting off a new series. It will mean I can wrap up a series, not with this book, but I'm closer to wrapping up another series off my shelves. and I'm super excited for this. Part of me feels like I should have read Defy the Night again so then I could remember the minute details, but I feel like I'm not going to bother with that. Even though I really enjoyed that book, but because of how much I loved that first book, I don't want to reread it and then absolutely hate it. So I'm just going into this book with kind of having forgot the first book, but I still remember quite a lot of it. So I don't feel like it will be that detrimental to my reading experience. So this was the 5th book I've chosen. Now I think I might just choose one more book because I've had so much fun. And let's see. Yeah, I'm going to choose one more book and then we're going to wrap this video up after I choose my last pick. So let's go. Oh look, literally there's 3 connected. Oh, they're all connected. Okay, let me... Oh, like, look. Why? You know what? I'm just going to go with this one because they're all connected. So, let's see what my final book will be. Oh, no. I'm kind of scared. But I might fix this first. Let me fix this. Okay, so this will be the 6th and final book. Is it going to be a really good one or is it just going to be an okay one? Let's see. Wait. Okay. I'm happy with it. Oh, see, I keep forgetting to show you guys. So this is the book that was chosen for me, which is, let me grab it, Terms and Conditions by Lauren Asher. I am so nervous about going into this book, like so unbelievably scared, because I read the fine print last year, loved it. It was so good. 5 out of 5 stars, incredible. One of the best books I read that whole year, which makes me so scared to go into this book because we're following new characters who we met in the first book because this is a series of interconnected standalone romances. And we've met the protagonist of this novel in the first book, but I'm always scared when I read romance novels that I'm not going to love the next couple as much as I love the first one, especially when I love that first book so much. So I've been putting off reading this book. I haven't wanted to have read it. I'm so scared. I'm so scared. This is just such an intimidating read, which is probably why it's good that it was chosen for me, because I think in this one, the tropes that we're following is like a not arranged marriage, but a fake marriage where they're pretending like they're in love. I think the main female lead is his assistant, so you've got that dynamic as well, which I don't know if I always love, but it sounds like it's going to be a good time. So yeah, I am super excited for this book, especially because I really am so desperate to wrap up this series, so then that way I'm able to move on to the Love Redesign series by her. I think that's like the Lakefront Billionaires series, but I didn't want to pick up that series without having read the Dreamland Billionaires series first, just because of Project TBR 0, where I'm intending to get my TBR down to 0 unread books. So it just didn't really make any sense to purchase the Love Redesign series when I haven't read these. But now that I know I love Lauren Asher's writing with that first book, I'm hoping I love this book and then I love the later on series. But I am so glad that this book was picked because it's going to force me to read it in January. So now I'm going to wrap up this video, and these were the books that were chosen for me. So I've got Blood and Steel by Helen Schuler. I've got A Shadow in the Ember by Jennifer L. Armentrout. I've got Under the Oak Tree by Suji Kim Volume 1. I've then got The Forest Scream by Catherine Prudy, Defend the Dawn by Bridget Kemmerer, and then Terms and Conditions by Lauren Asher. So I think this is actually a very good TBR because, as I said, I've got one completed series, a second completed series off my shelf, possibly a standalone. This is the only one that doesn't really go with the rest of the tone of this video, which is series and continuations. I've got A Shadow in the Ember, which is the first book in from Blood and Ash, and then I've got Blood and Steel, which is a completed series. So if I love it, I can just binge read it all on Kindle Unlimited and then slowly purchase them if I love it. So yeah, I'm super excited that these books were chosen for me, and as I said, they will be the 6 books that I will definitely be reading in January, 85% certain I will. So I'm not going to choose any more books for this video because I feel like what's going to happen is if I pick any more books, that won't allow me to mood read. So I'm just going to stick with the 6 books off this TBR. And then if I manage to read any more of these books, I'll be so happy. Like, in particular, Haven by S.E. Wendell is a book I would really like to read. But there's tons of books, like Force Bonds is another one. So I'm going to mood read through these books and then the rest of the books of my shelves. So yeah, I'm now going to stop talking because I'm just going to waffle on when that's not really important. So I just wanted to wrap up this video by saying I hope to see you next time, and bye.